Hey everybody, what's going on? I know it's been a little bit since I posted a video, but it's been very busy. I hosted a beach cleanup this past weekend, so I'm actually going to post a video about that in the very near future. Doing Divemaster things, the e-learnings, putting my focus on that, and then just everyday life. The ups and downs of everyday life and busy schedules and things like that. But today, I do want to talk about more so the Divemaster challenges that I'm facing right now and kind of just work through it as I go along. So I knew going into Divemaster training wasn't just about becoming a better diver. I knew there was a lot more to it. You know, as a recreational diver, you're focusing on your buoyancy, you're focusing on your gauges, your gear, your navigation, camera setup if you have that, your overall experience underwater, and then, you know, your buddy as well. Recreational diving teaches you to become responsible for yourself. Divemaster training is making me realize that professional level diving requires much more wider awareness. The previous episode that I talked about your awareness bubble, and with that, you know, you have you're aware of what's going on around you as a recreational diver, and you're aware of your buddy. But now as a dive master, you have to be aware of everything going on and all the divers. You're thinking about the entire group. You're looking to see who's stressed or who's drifting too far away, who might be task loaded, and what problems could happen before they actually happen. It sounds easy. It sounds easy when you think like, oh yeah, dive master is more responsibility, more leadership, you know, intellectually knowing that, but physically taking that responsibility and leadership and that mindset underwater, two completely different things. So I think it's just a challenge of the transition. And honestly, my brain naturally does not default to that mindset just yet. It's more so rewiring my brain to think differently underwater and above water, you know, before the dive, with the divers, and after the dive as well. I guess the best way I can describe it is learning how to drive. So when you first learn how to drive, you're focusing on operating the car itself. You're focused on staying in your lane or watching your speed and remembering where everything is. But then experienced divers develop like a wider awareness of everything that's happening around them. Experienced drivers will recognize traffic patterns or other drivers and how they're driving, or potential problems that can happen before they happen. I'm realizing quickly that being a good diver and thinking like a dive leader are not automatically the same thing. And I think that's normal. You know, going from recreational to entering your first level of professional diving, there's going to be a whole different set of responsibilities for you. So right now, instead of pretending like I have it all figured out, which I definitely don't, I'm trying to intentionally practice widening my awareness, widening it under the water as well as above the water. One thing I want to start doing is mentally checking where every diver is throughout the dive, before the dive, and after the dive. Just be more intentional about it, because this is something new. It doesn't come naturally to me yet. And again, this is normal. This is for like anything new that you do. Your brain's not really wired that way yet, so you have to be very intentional about it. I want to get better at kind of reading body language and reading the divers and just interpreting how they're acting and what I see visually. And if that's a sign of stress in them or if that's just normal. Another thing that I'm realizing too is how important consistency is. So the calmer and more automatic I am with getting my gear together and getting my everything set up, the more I am available to focus on the other divers. I want to make it a point to, like after the dives, just to ask myself questions like, what did I miss? Who struggled? What could I have noticed earlier? Was I aware of the whole group or just mainly myself? So it's really just making that mental shift from, I can't wait to dive. I'm gonna get so many pictures. I can't wait to get this on video. And you know, we're gonna see so much marine life, to, is everyone okay? Is everyone's gear set up? Did you guys do buddy checks? Do you have your weights? Is your air turned on? Did you test your air? Like, did you breathe out of your regulator, make sure it's good? And I'm not sharing this as advice because I'm freshly new. I'm like a raw Divemaster candidate here. So not seasoned at all in any aspect for Divemaster. I'm trying, but it's really the mindset shift. You want to make sure you're good first, and that goes back to just being automatic with your setup and then putting your effort and availability to everyone else. I wanted to share this as part of the journey because I think growth is important to document too, especially on a channel that is related to diving and it's all about diving, moving up in the diving ladder. I don't know. That's corny. But anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't want this channel to be polished, wonderful moments. I want it to be everything, the ups and downs. I want it to be, the challenges and working through the challenges. Honestly, for a moment, I really thought to myself, what did I get myself into? Because it's just so different than anything I'm used to, right? But I think that goes back to comfort zones, fear, and overcoming those challenges when they arise. And fear, like I said in one of my other videos, and I'll put the little link up here in the corner, but fear is a natural response for people. It's kind of your brain trying to keep you safe, saying, hey, wait a minute, I've never done this before. I don't know about the outcome. Let's not do it. So you kind of get resistance from your own body with how your thought process is, heavy breathing, sweating. That's all like signs of fear. But it's that you either stay the same or you say, hey, I'm safe, I got this. And you do it. And then on the other side of fear, it's like a better version of you. Honestly, I think it applies more than to just diving. It can be any aspect of your life where you are trying something new for the first time, or you're at a company and you're moving up in the company. It's the same company, but it's something different. You're just moving up. I'm still a diver, I'm just moving up a little bit. So it's just different. It comes with different responsibilities, different mindset, different challenges. And I think that's important to put out there for other people, because I feel like we live in a world now, people only want to post the perfect moments. And let's face it, you're a hot mess like I am. We are all hot messes. If we can just accept that and move on, we'll all be happier. Hot mess express. I'm definitely at that stage now where I feel very humble and like vulnerable because I don't know what I'm doing all the way yet, and I'm not super confident about it. I'm learning from my instructors, and I'm taking all that info in hopes that I can turn around and take what I learned and put it into action eventually. It's not an overnight process. So I just wanted to share this and share my journey as I go through Divemaster. So my first evaluations, how they score you, like 1 through 5. I got 1, 4. I got 1, 4, and the rest were like 2s and 3s. It's okay. I saw that and I was like, oh boy, here we go. We have a lot to learn. And that's what made me think like it's a whole mindset shift. The things that I was supposed to be doing was more so things regarding the other divers, and just it didn't happen. And that was my first like evaluation. So even my instructor Tim was like, it's normal. Those numbers will go up. 5's a perfect score. It's fine. It's fine. I'm excited. I'm really excited for it and nervous, but we'll see where this journey goes. I'm still learning, still growing, trying to make that mental shift myself. I'll see you next time. As always, dive safe, dive smart, dive mindfully. Bye.